How is going, everybody? This is Game Factory. Welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to address the delay in my YouTube videos and the progress of my latest project. You may know the cause by the title. I'll be sharing all the projects I'm currently working on, some of which are for clients while others are my own creations. And yes, I'll reveal the revenue I generate from these projects. I know for sure that many viewers may not believe what I say about my revenue, but I'll be open and honest with you guys. Let me make this clear right from the start. Working on multiple projects simultaneously is never a good idea because one or the other will always be affected in this delivery time, quality, optimization, you name it. Matter of fact, they may never be complete. Making game is a huge task. It involves lots of development steps that are supposed to be handled by different persons or departments. Doing all these things together, in theory, it may seem doable, but when it started practically, you will always encounter unknown obstacles, interruptions, limitations that would force a break in your project. Before going to the games, I would like to share you my experience, which I think is very important. I am a self-taught developer, started making games from 2016. It's been around 8 years of a journey. I will not say I'm perfect in making games, but I would say I've learned enough to make a game up and running. First thing that I did was digital paintings in Photoshop and moved to 3D model creations in Maya, and then I swiftly moved to rigging and animation stuff. I changed the software from Maya to Blender, and let me put this in short, I started making games after that. All these foundational skills helped me build a 3D game, except that I've worked in multiple indie companies as a freelancer, usually working with a small team. I always used to be the Unity guy who does programming, UI, UX, and sometimes simple 2D animations also. With all this, I'm doing my bachelor's in computer application, to which sadly I'm not able to give you an hour a day. I just remember whatever I listen in college and read one day before exam. Or that is also when I go to college. I think that's what most students are doing nowadays, at least in my area. Let's keep these things aside and move to my project. This is an interesting one. In short, it is an educational game which is trying to create a virtual teacher for kids. This game is going to be connected with an conversational AI that is mixed with gameplay and tries to create an emotional bond with a child as a friend.
Animals are really interesting and fun to learn about. Let me know what kind of animals you want to learn about and I can help you find resources to start learning. Do you want to learn about specific animals or about animals in general?
This is a quite huge project with lots of other features. It has also lesson plans, quiz, games like fill in the blanks, match the following, unscramble true or false, and other basic educational games that would help to educate any person, a child. And do you know what would be the game changer for this project? There would be a dashboard for parents to view analytics of their children. And the fun thing is they can also guide conversational AI with their custom dialogues and courses. Like they can set the game to teach their child about multiplication of 2. And the AI of the game will create a flow that will smoothly take the children through that course in gamified manner. This game is often, like all the game modes are there, conversational AI is there, but the conversational AI is not yet mixed with game, and which is also a very challenging task. To get this thing in game, there is research going on. Now, what is my role in this development? This game have total of 3 core developers. One look after 3D arts, UX and UI design, involving all visual elements of the game. Second one works on developing API for conversational AI, which returns answer in text format. I'm the guy handling everything that are involved doing in game engine. There are other teams and interns who are working on data collections and data entry for the game. There are research and marketing teams who are doing good on their field, but as in the development, we're just 3 guys. Now, this is a huge project, and I'll talk about the time management after I discuss on my project. Now, what about the payment? I started this project with $380 per month. Current payment has been around $754 per month. You may think this is very low payment for handling work of whole game engine. Stay with me. I'll open up on this later. Now, the other project. This one is also pretty unique and this is a very distinctive concept. It's been a month. I'm not actively working on this because this project is set on hold for fundraising. I involved this project in this video because I just wanted to share this game with you guys. This game is also an educational game that teaches user about English grammar as a card game. This was visioned by an English teacher and backed by a physical version. This is a multiplayer game where you would be given 7 cards to play. Simply, you and your opponent should create a sentence out of the 7 cards. This is not just a simple sentence formation because behind the algorithms and whatever is running in the background, it needs to deal with many different tweakings within the card, like choosing between singular or plural word, choosing appropriate verb, toggling through different words, matching dependencies of a particular card by adding or navigating between different options. There are 64 unique cards in set 1 and there are up to 5 sets, each having unique properties which are interconnected with dependencies. Like if I set noun card to be a plural, then another card adapted with it. This sounds a bit confusing because if we start talking about grammar, there are lots of things involved. So I'd like to keep this short as well. AI is running in background to make this sort of adjustment. Power-ups and wildcard can be seen in the game, and there would be one store where you can purchase and get new types of cards and characters. And lots of things are involved in this game, and this game is quite fun to learn and understand grammar. This is not yet in the market. As a whole, I would say this project is quite challenging and rewarding as well. It's been somewhere around 8 to 9 months of work. While the alpha version is ready, the clients seek additional features before the official release. For the whole project, I am the only one working in the game engine. Visual arts and graphics are provided to me by clients. UI designs were provided in the beginning as a Figma file. There was one artist who was working on these UI designs. And except that, I built this project from scratch. The payment I get from this project is, I started with $380, same as Teddy AI, and currently I'm getting $640 per month. But the project is on hold, and you understand that I didn't get this $640 from this one. These are 2 projects that are from clients. Now, don't get confused. I'm going to show you my other 2 projects. The 3 simultaneous project, the project that I'm doing at the same times, are Teddy AI, Q-Run, and God of War in the mythology.
Old brown box will, but they break as you adjust the direction during the land and boost
So
torque
Q-Run
step.
is one of my old project. Just understand this was already half done with all basic foundations
And then
working.
press again to do
This game was in
altogether you will
pause.
have triple
After
jump.
Mozo Heroes got its hold, and then I shifted that time to complete this. This is a platform jumping game where you would travel through different universe and complete the level by overcoming
Changing
different
the route when
obstacles.
landing on your first
To define the whole idea of this
getting
game,
better.
I would need a separate video. But the main idea is to make this as a multiplayer game where you would be racing against an online player or your friends, collecting treasures and improvising your space chamber, a place where you
Checkpoint
live.
unlocked.
And your
Traveler.
chamber is going to act as a
Amazing.
lobby to whoever you invite. One thing for sure, this highly impacted on delivery time of God of War. But anyway, this was also important for me because I didn't want to leave it unfinished. You can download and play this game in your Android device. Link would be in description. Currently, it offers 1 universe and 500 auto-generated levels. Yes, I used a method that auto-generates level for me, along with gadgets, packs, and power-ups available for purchase. I'm having trouble to implement IAP in the game because everything's working, but when I open it on an Android phone and when I click on any item to buy, then nothing comes up.
The level goes
And also
down to your
from my
jumping
country
prowess.
especially, I can't do international transaction. If you want to have a look, then just get the game and try those things out. I love your feedback. After completing God of War, I will continue developing this game to add further improvements. That would be multiplayer and other worlds. Finally, this is the only project that I'm currently sharing with you guys. This project has been delayed. I should have finished this whole project within a year, but due to my other priorities, I cannot. Are you seeing where this is going? Doing multiple projects at the same time will just adds up time and block it to your production. But still, I'm not losing any hope and building this game piece by piece. I'll make sure this project is completed. Now almost many of my job in this game is finished, and currently I'm working on plotting the story elements in the game. That is, creating all necessary animations and events, figuring out a way in which I can tell the story to the players. And after sorting this, I will work on tutorial system and hint providing mechanics in the game. And release the game after having some final polishing. Testings and sort of things are also very important. This game would involve lots of different things, like you would encounter thrill elements, calmness, puzzles, maze, combat, decision making, finding hidden objects, avoiding obstacles, boss fight, and many more. This will be fun. I'm sorry, but I'm keeping this update short in this video. But some troubles that I'm having is, like, when I build this game, recently I have to wait for 2 to 3 hours of build time. Before it was just 5 to 10 minutes. Now suddenly it's taking much more time. And also I'm facing a big challenge with getting the lighting done in the game. I'm trying to get the textures match each other, because there are a couple of assets that are being used from App Store or any other sources, free sources, and their textures does not match the environment. So I have to do my manual tweakings and then match everything together and build everything together, so it seems like it works as a single piece of environment. So let's talk about the time management. My daily schedule revolves around dedicating 6 hours to each project, depending on deadlines and task complexity. Taking out my other activities like workout and college, which I mostly skip, in average I get around 12 to 15 hours work hours. I prioritize completing paid projects first and then focus on my personal one, usually at evening. If I finish targets of client early, I get extra time to work on my projects. Some days are packed with work, while others allow me to have free time for gaming, research, and other activities. I love to play game. Recently, I just finished A Plague's Tale. That was a quite awesome game. I love the story, I love the gameplay. Managing time becomes crucial, especially when at the same time I have to create content for my YouTube channel. But I find this fun and important because I can share what I've learned and make free tutorials for you guys who may or may not be able to pay for paid courses. And also at the same time, I can share my works. It's all good benefits here, isn't it? So why not? Let's get to the earnings. My monthly revenue from these two projects collects up to $754 plus $640 is equals to $1,394. Unfortunately, with one project on hold, I now receive only $754 per month. Comparing this to the salary of a game programmer, even at lowest 10% level, which stands at, according to Google, $44,000 per year or $3,666 per month. It looks quite low. Also, I'm not just limited to programming. To remind you, I'm responsible for creating the entire game, encompassing various aspects beyond coding. Just to let you know why there is low payment, this problem arises due to a pattern in which larger or more developed nations take advantage of skilled professionals from smaller, less developed countries by offering them significantly lower compensation for same work done with same effort, of course. This act may devalue the talent and expertise, but the positive side I see is people are at least getting job opportunities. I know a lot of skilled people who are in field of tech working on AI, app, games, but are paid less. This amount may not give total happiness to the pressure and work that is involved, but I value what I get because it supports me and helps me pay my college fee, rent, look after my family, and I also can take out some savings out of it. It may be a less amount in other countries like USA, I'm not sure, but it's a quite good amount for where I'm living. It's not going to help you build a house, it's just good enough for your daily life. So these are the projects I've been working on. I'd love for you to check out my game. QRun available on the Play Store for Android users. Unfortunately, I haven't released an iOS version yet because I don't have access to App Store or a Mac. But don't worry, I'm working on it, and a virtual machine might just do the trick. I apologize for late video production, but hey, my next release would be coming soon. It is going to be the God of War game that I promised. Rest assured, I'm working round the clock to bring it up as soon as possible. Until then, how about supporting me on my YouTube channel? This also is a very heavy job in its own way. It takes my big effort to collect clips, write script, edit video, and finally release. You can appreciate my work simply by subscribing, like the video if you enjoyed it, and hit the bell icon to stay updated. I appreciate all the love and support from each one of you. Thank you for watching, take care, and I'll catch you real soon.